Hello, my name is Sean Elders. I'm the founder and chief instructor of Elders Academy of Martial Arts. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Today we will be working on the knife hostage escapes. Break from here, catch it, bite it, and pull it. Okay. And then right in hugging position, I can either go into drive the knife straight in. If he doesn't, if I can't get his arm straight, within a few seconds, I'm going to go ahead and position. Back our arm in here. Back up. I got my hand around his neck in a control position. The other position is going to be, the knife is going to be against the chest, pointing at him. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and have my assistant do it to me. Go ahead and turn around this way. So in this position, what I want to do is, it's always about either surprise or they get distracted. So you have to kind of notice in your peripheral vision, what are they doing with their eyes? If they're looking around, as soon as they look around, I'm going to come into this position, I'm going to go into a disarm. Notice just by that position, it just dropped out of his hand out of natural visceral response. So if he gets distracted by something, I'm going to grab the hand, okay, and I'm going to go right off the back part of my hand here. I'm going to press it, grab it in the reverse grip, keep hold. I'm going to go ahead and keep a hold of his thumb, cut the inside of his bicep, straighten his arm out, and we're going to go into a break. Okay, that's the first position. Now from here, there's many things I can do, but we're going to start off just by doing the first aspect of this. Okay? We'll start over again. So again, when I'm in this position, a lot of times you may even want to have your hands up like this, so that when I'm in that position, I'm able to get there a little bit faster. If my hands are down, the reason why he's in this position is so he can keep an eye on my hands and my chest and my body movements. So if I go, oh, whoa, whoa, then I come into here and I'm going to press it against my back part of my hand, put it in a reverse grip, cut his bicep, okay? And then right from this position, I can either go into a break. If I can't get his arm straight within a few seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and tug on the back of his arm and turn him where his back is to me. Pull my head behind his lat, hug him with the knife, and then bring it and penetrate into his chest cavity, okay, into his body, all right? Either into the kidney or up higher underneath the armpit. Now, that is one version of it, okay? So if I come here and I go here, automatically I can go right into his chest cavity right from here, or straight into his neck, okay? I'm going to cut the bicep. Why do I cut the bicep? Well, he was holding the hand with this, he was holding the knife with this hand, okay? If I'm cutting the bicep, what does that do? It kills the hand. That kills the motor mechanics of this arm. So I can take better control of it. Once I cut, I'm going to grab and bite down on his tricep and pull him around to this position. My head goes behind his lat, I go into a hugging position and I bring it inside here, okay? Or if I end up in the struggle coming up high, I cut his throat across here, and then I'm going to shrug and pull down on him at a 45-degree angle, which gives him a nice control position, okay? Again. So from here, you're looking for a distraction. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I come in, I go straight into his throat, okay? If not, if he's struggling with me, I'm gonna cut to the bicep, okay? I can do a break from here, or I can catch it, bite it, and pull it, okay? I go in a hugging position, and I'm gonna drive the knife straight in, okay? If it ends up on top, I'm gonna come into this position. Now, once we get into here, okay, there's obviously, you have the jugular here, okay, and if I go into this, stand up straight please, okay, in here, you know, when we were kids, we used to push down here like a pressure point, okay? If I drive the knife inside there, there's an artery, but if I drive it and pull it this way, I can actually pop that collarbone out, okay? In other words, breaking it, pop, okay? That will pretty much take him and put him in a position where he's not going to be wanting to do anything. You break collarbone, if you've ever done it, you'll know. Okay? One more time. Okay, so I'm in this position. I'm going to come into here, pull straight, cut the bicep, break the arm if I want. I'm going to pull him around, take his back, because I don't want to deal with him punching me right now. I want to take him from the back. I bring it and drive it in. You drive it in low or drive it in high. Okay? All right, let's start from that position. Okay, hey, now I'm going to show you the alternative move you can do inside of this. So go ahead. Okay. So from here, once I grab the knife, once I peel it, once I go into the chest cavity, okay, what I can also do if he has just a strong grip, okay, and I feel like I can't really go this way, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bite up this way, see? And I can stab right into the armpit here, or I can slap it up this way and slice as I slice through to come on this side. Okay, so let's do it on this side here. So right from this position, I'm going to peel it just like before, okay? I can either come up inside and stab, or I can roll my head around to the back. See that? See how I got his thumb here? That's a control mechanism. Got my head behind his lat, and then I can go in here and stab here, or I can come across the top and stab here. All right? Now, let's do that one more time, then I'm going to show you a couple takedowns. So from here, I'm peeling the knife, okay? Cutting something. It's always good to cut something or stab into something. You got to give him pain, got to give him something to think about. Okay? Once I'm in there, I'm going to shrug out, okay? See, I'm controlling with the thumb. Then I can let go of it and go right into a stab. Now from here, okay, once I come here, I peel the knife, I come onto the outside. One of the things I can do from this position, okay, is simply just kick out the leg, and I come and I bring it, take him to the ground on this side. Okay? Let's go ahead and switch the other side, please. From here, I'm going to go 1, 2, cut the arm. Okay? Right from this position, I can bring my arm around, okay? Catch his neck here, kick out this leg. Okay? Come into this position, and go into a straight gooseneck lock with the knife to his throat. Okay? From this position, I go 1, 2. If I slip out this way, okay, I can come in from this position and I can actually go right across his head here and kick out. And here, see, from that position. Okay? So from here, I go 1, 2, stab. I can come to this position. I can actually take a step over and kick out on this leg here. Bring him to this position, wrap it up. See? Okay. There's several different ways to do this. I'm just going over some of the basics. Okay? Alright, so remember, there's 2 ways to go. You go 1, 2, bite the arm, bring it around to the back, go in. This position, I grab the knife, cut somewhere, stab somewhere. I either shrug out and go and come in this way, or I can actually come in, stab into something, line it up this way. Maybe I hook it over. There's a trap here. Okay, come in here, slice across, and go on to all sorts of different things from here. See, right here, go to a drop position, cut and stab. Okay, so there is a few of them you can work on. Okay. So the second Lameko one is going to be here. Okay, I'm going to put my arm around. I'm going to grab his shirt. Okay, and the first one's going to actually lift your arm for a second. Okay, it's going to be behind his arm at his kidney. Okay, go ahead and drop your arm. Okay, so from this position. Okay. Okay. So the key element here is, you're kind of in an adjustment position here. Right here. What I'm going to do is, again, it's the act of surprise. We're going to come straight back. Okay? I'm going to grab, peel the knife. See? Peel the knife. Sometimes you may catch it, sometimes you drop it. It really doesn't matter. Okay? I'm going to come right from this position. I'm going to break the arm. Okay? So start over from there. Okay? So I'm in this position here. I'm going to come straight back. Now the key element to this is getting the hip, moving the hip, just like so. I'm going to peel the knife. Sometimes I'm going to drop it and catch it. Right, the way I feel about it, you're not going to try to catch the knife. The most important part is coming straight to the arm and breaking it. Okay? Okay? So from here, you don't want to move around, at all. You just want to go straight into it, peel the knife, break the arm. Okay? This is the first part of it I want you to go and work on. Straight back, peel it, break the arm. Okay? So in a few minutes after we train it, then we will go over different types of takedowns and things like that. Alright, so the second one, we're going to go ahead and do some lockups and some takedowns on this one. Alright, so it gets me in the position. Okay? So I go 1, 2, okay, I pull the knife out, I break the arm. Okay? So right from this position, you still got a hold of me. Okay? So right from this position, I can shrug out. Okay? Right from here, I go straight into a reverse wrist lock. Okay, that's one of the locks. Okay? So I come into this position, I go 1, 2, I break the arm. Okay? I'm going to shrug out this time, and this time I'm going to go into what we call chicken wing, bring them straight into the ground. So last time we went here, and then I went here. See? Okay? That's what you call adapting. So I go 1, 2, break. I come here. Okay? And I'm just going to come straight to the ground. Okay? And go here to here, and I can also go into a gooseneck, or I can grab one digit and go the opposite way. Okay? A couple different lockups from that position. Okay? You go 1, 2, break the arm. Okay? Now I can also go here into this position and go into this type of lock, which I call it a towel lock, but they use it in Aikido and also in Jiu-Jitsu. So again, I can do that one again. 1, 2, come into this position. Now I stick my head on this side so you can't punch me in the face, and then I come here and locking up. See? Okay? Next one. I go 1, 2, break the arm. Okay? So from this one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go here, okay? And I'm going to come into this position, and I'm going to go ahead and throw them down. So I'm going to go 1, 2, okay? And then right from this position, I'm actually going to come this way. Okay? 1, 2, and break. Okay? So also from here, what I can also do is I can go straight into a C-lock lock and then go in here. See? And lock it up. Okay? And then the last one of my favorites, I go 1, 2, okay, I break the arm, I grab his head, I drop him, and then double down on the knees. Okay? So there's a few takedowns and locking positions. Go ahead and train it. Alright, this is the third Lameko technique. So we're going to go here, put my arm around his shirt, and then in front of the arm instead of the back of the arm. Okay, that's the difference. So it's going to change up the situation a little bit different. Okay? Alright. So let's go ahead and turn the other way so you can see a little bit better. Okay? So from here, what I want to do is the same thing. I'm going to move it away. Okay? I'm going to actually come in, cut the arm again, okay? And go into a break here. Okay? So from here, the most important thing is that you're turning away and grabbing the knife. You can press it against his body if you want. Okay? You're going to peel the knife like the first one, and you're going to go into a break. That's this is the basic part of it. Okay? So we're here. I'm going to move away, and then I'm going to come into this position here. Turn his arm up and break it. Okay? So I'm in this position. I move away. I peel the knife. I can cut the bicep, cut the arm, and break the arm. Okay? So that's the basic part. In a second, we'll do the next part. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple variations to this one. There's a couple different ways to disarm. Okay, so I'm in this position. he goes in, okay? Most important thing first is to turn the hip, second, grab the knife. Now, you want to obviously get your arm out of the way. It's really just a simple swivel here. Now, sometimes I may press it like this, see? And then I may either go palm up, pull, grab it, palm down, pull, grab it, okay? That's one variation. So, again, the first one is where I'm actually just going to press this position straight to his body, and then I can use my own forearm to peel it like that, either palm up or palm down. Now the variation that I showed before was actually where I grab in midair. Now this one takes a lot of practice. I'm just used to doing it where I'm coming in here and I peel it out like that. See that? Coming into this position here, and I just simply come in and I'm peeling it, see, and I go into a break. Okay? So that's the variations. Palm up, palm down, either pressing or doing it in the air. Doing it in the air is a little bit more, takes a little more attributes. Okay? So now I'm going to just go ahead and show a couple follow-ups after this. So once I'm here, okay, I come across, I peel the knife, okay, I come to this position. I can basically do all the moves that I did before. Okay? So in here, I can go in here, I could go into a break from this position. Okay? I can go, notice I'm almost in a trapping position here, so I could come across and go into that position. Okay? So when I come in, I peel the knife, okay? Cut, break, okay? Or I can bring the arm across on this side, break, all right? Then I can come over, I can go into a reverse here, and then come into a control mechanism here. Okay, come across, peel the knife, break the arm. I can actually come along this way, go into a chicken wing with the knife, go into, well, I gotta be careful with the knife obviously, but I can go into different types of kneeing and kicking to the face if I want to, or I can bring it to the ground. Okay, come to this position, peel it, break, okay? I can also, when I come here, see, I can break again like I showed you, but I can also go into a kick out like this. You can either go to the ground that way, or I can kick out and he'll try to keep his position, and I go to sector 6 and pull him here, step there, and then I can cut him up or run. Before we end this, there's a couple key things that you want to keep in mind, okay? The first is that we have to understand that there is no technique that is foolproof. We have to understand the factor that you have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to simply think of each movement as a tool, like a tool in a toolbox, okay? So when you come across a problem, okay, you want to be able to take the tool that's necessary for that problem, okay? When you're trying to use tools that aren't meant for that certain problem or for that certain situation, it's not going to work properly, okay? The second key element here is that you have to work it over and over and over again, and just working the techniques by themselves. And then finally, the last concept here is then you have to have your friend, your partner, contest it and see where it goes from there, because there's a whole lot of things that come into play once a person actually contests these techniques or these movements. Okay, that's why we need to understand all the facets of these movements, because it's not a set standardized thing, because obviously when a football team, when they practice, they don't scrimmage every day. Okay, they have drills within that build the attributes for different parts of the game so that they're able to adapt inside the game, because you could play the same play a million times and it will never play out the same way. And that's the way it is with a fight also. So you have to be able to learn how to adapt. You have to have drills inside of that to be able to make it visceral. Be able to make it where you can adapt inside of it. Okay? So keep that in mind. It's all about adapting. Everything that you do in the martial arts, hand-to-hand combat, weapons, whatever it is, okay, ground game, stand up, whatever it is, you have to be able to know it inside and out, like you know the back or the front side of your hand, and know what it's all about, okay? So, for instance, if you're learning how to take a knife out of the hand, you have to first be able to do that thousands of times. That thing that Bruce Lee used to talk about, isolation training, the thing that he did that made him so good and makes martial artists around the world so good is that isolation training. So you have to isolate each part and do it thousands of times to be able to really make it yours, okay? It's still mine. I show it to you, but it's still mine. Until you explore it, until you learn all the facets of it, it's still mine. Until you have explored it and you've made it yours, then it becomes yours after that. Okay? So go ahead and practice hard. I'll see you next time.